streaming, see where this gets me. So right now, I'm just going to be doing some testing of automatic captioning in YouTube, but I'm also kind of going to work through my workflow for what I'm going to be doing in class, because I know quite a few of you guys have been on me because I haven't been streaming on Twitch, but I at least wanted to show you what I've been doing so you won't think that I'm just laying around doing nothing. Okay, so while we wait for this to actually go live so that I can see it on YouTube, yeah. Okay, so let's see how the captioning is. Not existent. Not existent. Well, that's a problem, but I guess that's something that I'll kind of work through a little bit later. Okay. So to go through the workflow, what I have here is I'm running everything through Streamlabs, not Streamlabs, just regular OBS Studio. And what this is going to allow me to do when I'm doing this in class is to be able to alternate between my PowerPoint slides and my tablet that I'm going to be writing on. And so this is just an introductory slide. I didn't really get into much detail here. But I have turning point polling enabled on this, and so something else that I've been testing is the ability for turning point to do competitions between two groups. And so something that I'm playing with as an idea to increase engagement in my classes is to have some silly teams for the students to be to join at the beginning of the class. And as class goes on, they'll see how the teams are doing relative to each other. And I'll show you exactly what I mean in a second. So as I'm going into my slides here, the first question is actually to set up the teams. And the two options for the teams are seagull and dog. And so I have this set up on my phone as well as a turning point clicker to be able to answer these questions. So my phone is going to be team dog. So we're going to say this is team dog. And then my clicker is going to be team seagull. Actually, I think I did it the other way around, but it doesn't really matter. So we have our team set up. Half our, this phone is actually team seagull now. The remote is going to be team dog. And so now that the teams are set up, I'm going to ask another question. This is one that's going to be graded for accuracy. And so this one's going to say, what is the best animal? Now, phone is team seagull, so we're going to put in seagull for the phone. This is team dog, so we're going to put this as team dog. Onto the next question, we can see the breakdown of responses, and we see the scores for the teams. So we see that team seagull is winning because seagulls are clearly better than dogs. And so what I can do now is I can swap this over to my tablet to write here to explain the problem. So what I can do is I can say clearly seagulls, oops, I have to work on some of the inputs here. Of course, when I'm live, it's not working the way that I want it to. Seagulls. Oop. I do really need to get this sorted out. Seagulls are superior to dogs. Okay. Now, what I can also do here, let's Control Z that. What I can also do here is I can write equations here. And so this is the really nice thing about the piece of software that I'm using here. What I can do is I can write an equation. So we can write, for instance, Newton's second law. So the sum of the forces is equal to the mass times the acceleration. And then I can select this and convert it. Oops. I can convert it to, I don't remember my hotkeys anymore. So a lot of this setting up is going to be getting used to the settings that I have here for my hotkeys, because I wanted to do this in such a way that I don't really need to use a lot of buttons. Everything's mapped to hotkeys, and so that's part of the difficulty that I'm having, that I'm not using the right ones. So now what I can do is I can convert this to mathematics. It needs a little help sometimes. I was really sloppy with the way that I wrote this, so I need to be really careful with the way that I'm fixing this. This should be an A. Let's rewrite this. So let's erase this. And so ideally, as time goes on, this system is going to get more used to my handwriting. And as that happens, it'll allow me to do this with more accuracy more quickly. Okay, so we've seen that we can write by hand here and show students that. And I can swap between our slides. So let's go back to our PowerPoint. Now that we know that clearly seagulls are superior to dogs, this is going to allow wagers to be made based on the total number of points that the students have acquired over the course of the class. And so if you're on Team Seagull, you're behind, you want to wager a lot. Team Dog's in pretty good shape, so they don't need to wager as much. So Team Dog is going to go all in, say we're going to wager everything. Team Seagull is going to be conservative and do 25%. And then we're going to move on to the next slide. Again, what is the answer to this question? What is the best animal? Clearly, it's seagull. We talked about it in class. Everybody should know that seagulls are better than dogs now. And so everybody says that that's correct. And then now you can look at what the scores are after the wagers. Okay, the numbers might be off here because I was running some tests. But this is the way that this works, essentially. And the nice thing about this is I have the ability to switch between scenes exactly the way you would in OBS when you're streaming on Twitch, only now I can actually use this in my class. So that's going to be it. I'm going to take this offline and see what the captioning looks like afterwards. But thanks for watching.